We talk about heat all the time, every single day. But what if I told you that from a physics point of view, we're almost always using that word wrong? Yeah, today we're going to unpack what heat really is. Let's dig in.
So let's just start with that. I want you to take a second and think about it. What is heat? What's the first image that pops into your head? Is it a thing, a substance? Is it something an object has? Just kind of hold that thought.
We've all said it, right? Or heard someone yell it. And this phrase, it perfectly captures how we normally think about heat. Like it's some kind of invisible gas that can fill up a room and then whoosh, leak out the door. But that's not quite how it works.
So let's start right there, with that common idea. This is the version of heat that we all grow up with, the one that makes perfect sense in our day-to-day lives.
Okay, so here's the heart of the myth. We believe that a hot cup of coffee is just full of heat, and a cold glass of water has less heat. We treat it like a property, like an object's weight or its color. But if you're a physicist, that is the very first idea you have to unlearn.
All right, so that's the myth. Now for the scientific revelation, the really cool part. We're going to switch gears from our everyday intuition to the powerful, super precise definition from physics, because we're not talking about a substance anymore. We're talking about energy on the move.
And look at this definition. In thermodynamics, heat is the transfer of energy. It's a process, not a thing. This is absolutely crucial. An object doesn't contain heat. Heat is just the name we give to energy at the exact moment it's moving from a hotter place to a colder place. It is, literally, energy in transit.
This breaks it down perfectly. So you've got two objects. The hot one has tons of internal energy. Its atoms are just buzzing like crazy. The cold one, its atoms are much calmer. Now, when they touch, that buzzing energy starts to transfer over. And that flow of energy, that movement from one to the other, that is what we call heat. And here's the kicker. Once that energy arrives in the cold object, it stops being called heat. It just becomes part of the object's internal energy. Wild, right?
If that still feels a little abstract, this analogy is going to make it click. Think about it. The energy an object has is like the money in your bank account. Now, you don't call the money just sitting in your account a wire transfer, do you? No! The wire transfer is the action, the process of the money moving from one account to another. Heat is exactly the same thing for energy. It's the transaction, not the balance.
So, once you have this really precise definition down, it leads to another super important distinction in thermodynamics. It turns out, a temperature difference isn't the only way to get energy into or out of something. Physicists figured out that there are only two fundamental ways that energy can cross the boundary of a system. We've just spent a bunch of time on one of them, heat. So, what do you think the other one is?
And that brings us to the main event, heat versus work. Honestly, understanding the difference between these two is the key to pretty much the entire field of thermodynamics. It's what powers everything from our cars to entire power plants. So this is the big difference. Heat is energy transfer that happens because of the random, chaotic jiggling of microscopic particles bumping into each other. It's disorganized. But work is energy transfer through organized collective motion, like a piston pushing down in an engine, or you physically lifting a box. One is chaotic energy transfer, the other is orderly. That distinction changes everything.
So you might be thinking, okay, that's a neat little distinction for physicists, but why should I care? Well, this precise definition is the secret that unlocked the Industrial Revolution. Figuring out how to turn disorganized heat into organized work is the entire principle behind a steam engine, a jet engine, you name it.
So let's lock in the big takeaways here. Number 1, heat is a process, not a thing you can hold. 2, heat is just energy in transit. 3, it only happens when there's a temperature difference. And 4, it is fundamentally different from work, which is organized energy transfer.
And that leaves us with one last fascinating question to chew on. If heat is the name for energy only while it's moving, what do we call that energy once it has arrived? The energy that's just sitting inside an object, making it feel hot? What is the money in the bank, thermodynamically speaking? Well, that's a story for another time. Thanks for watching.